Was Jesus an operative Mason? Coming to Nazareth during his ministry, Jesus preached just as he had been doing throughout the countryside. In other places, he had drawn enthusiastic crowds. In this, his hometown, however, people in the crowd became derisive. They recognized him to be one of their own, a common tradesman, and therefore not someone who should be taken seriously as a teacher or prophet. Is not this, they asked, the carpenter? This passage is where we learn Jesus, like his earthly father Joseph, was a carpenter. According to contemporary Bible translations, both Mark chapter 6, verse 3, and Matthew chapter 13, verse 55, give an account of the incident using the Greek word οτεκτων to refer to Jesus' profession. Is not this the Οτεκτων, the son of Mary, the brother of James and Joseph and Judah and Simon? Are not his sisters here with us? This word tekton, οτεκτων, however, does not directly translate as a carpenter. It more accurately means builder or craftsman, a designation which in fact leaves Jesus' true profession in doubt. A carpenter would fit in the category of builder or craftsman, and that may well have been what Jesus did. He would not have built homes in an area where trees were scarce, but would have made furniture, doors, and tools such as plow. However, the most dominant profession around Nazareth, where Jesus grew up and would have practiced his trade, was stone masonry. The area was rich in stone with several quarries, including one in the heart of Nazareth. Virtually all buildings were made of stone, and the demand for stonemasons would have been high. During the time, Jesus would have worked as a craftsman. The Romans expanded the small town of Sepphoris into a city for Jewish aristocrats who supported Rome. True, the venture would have required carpenters, but the greatest demand would have been for masons. Sepphoris, today Zippori, was less than 4 miles from Jesus' home, and regardless of his craft, it is likely he worked on the project. We'll never know for sure, since the broad definition of οτεκτων could refer to a number of professions. But taken in context, and in light of the more likely profession of the tradesmen in Nazareth in that era, it could be that Jesus was not a carpenter, but an operative mason. It should be impossible for a high-level Freemason to deny that Jesus Christ is a profoundly important figure in the Masonic tradition. Yes, we're talking about Jesus Christ, Master Mason. However, denial is very much incumbent on any Freemason privy to this information, because it is one of the biggest secrets of Freemasonry. However, I see no reason why the knowledge of Jesus's building work should be the sole preserve in perpetuity of this unaccountable cabal of po-faced plutocrats. If you're a po-faced plutocrat, go on and hit that dislike button. You know who you are. In early Christianity, there were two parts of the church, the exoteric church and the esoteric church, or the Gnostic church. The former was open to everyone. The latter was a form of mystery religion with secret rites and initiation ceremony. The forebears of this modern exoteric church tried to extirpate the esoteric part because it was an obstacle to their dream of global hegemony. However, it was the esoteric church that was the original heart of Christianity, and the exoteric church was intended only as a psyop to engage the simple masses. Standard operating procedure to delude the masses, those at the base of the pyramid, not at the apex of the pyramid, the priests of the temples of Syrinx. The Freemasons, at least in the higher and more esoteric degrees, believe themselves to be the heirs of Gnostic Christianity. For centuries, Freemasons have avidly studied both testaments of the Bible to extract the esoteric teachings therein hid. They have done this particularly by means of gematria, where they understand that many of the most important messages in the Bible were coded in this way by the ancient adepts who composed it. The first and last books of the Bible, Genesis and Revelation, are the two works most commonly singled out as Kabbalistic gematria masterpieces, but there are many others too. For an excellent introduction to the gematria mysteries of Genesis, go and take a look at Vernon Jenkins' website. Vernon interprets the mysteries he reveals from a perspective of exoteric Christianity, but this does not detract from the awesome nature of the material he revealed. There is a staggering numerical sophistication in the first line of Genesis, and Vernon, who is a retired mathematics lecturer, guides us very clearly through it. The best guides to New Testament gematria are books by John Mitchell, such as City of Revelation and the Dimensions of Paradise, or David Fideler's Jesus Christ, Son, and that's spelled S-U-N, of God. However, these merely scratch the tip of the iceberg, and the greater part remains hidden. I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to stand fast in the harness as we continue to get to the bottom of this Masonic debacle, this Masonic disease that Jesus was part of. Stay tuned, folks. Namaste.
Namaskaram.